Hi everyone, it's me, Laliet. I'm happy to be back once again. Today we finally doing another process video of me doing this portrait of a fantasy character. And I already set it up something, as you can see. And yeah, we're gonna be building on top, moving some elements. We need to move a bit on this side, on the ear. And then we will add some earring and maybe some elements all over the body and this part of the face. So yeah, this is gonna be like improvisation. So I'm not sure what we will end up with, but I hope it's gonna be good. But yeah, let's start. So first things first, I have just a Des character set it up. It's my old one I've used in some of my artwork. And yeah, here we have this Torment front horns and also brows as usual. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to look at the different, and this is how it will look at the end. So something like this. And let's take a look at those brows because I think we can find something a bit more interesting. So this is brow 1. Let's delete it and look what we have else. What else we have? So okay. I actually think that brow 1 is already doing it. So maybe, yeah, I think we should stick with it anyways. So it's kind of be, it will be some sort of profile image. So this is gonna be the shot. 4 to 5 as usual. So okay, let's start. Let's export it to our folder and yeah, let's name it. And I'm exporting OBJ as usual, and with surfaces I choose maps collect because I'll need those hair maps. But yeah, and I'll also show you how my hair shader actually works. I wanted to do like a separate video, but I decided, so why not do it in like a long process video. So yeah, okay. Here we have ZBrush as usual. Let's import our OBJ. I believe it's this one. Why there is two? I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay. And first things first, let's just correct the hairs. So I press Ctrl and Shift, and I select different parts of the character that I want to isolate. And then I just do this like I hold Ctrl and Shift and move the mouse, and I see this green square circle, not square. And yeah, just hold it, drag it like this, and you will invert the selection. Yeah. Yeah, it's always gonna be a square. Yeah. Okay. There's another one that draws like the lasso tool, but yeah, I'm always using this one. So yeah, let's select everything, and I'm not sure if we need the sculpt. Yeah, we don't. Okay, let's hold Ctrl and press somewhere basically, and we will mask it. And once again, Ctrl, Shift, and press. And now we have everything masked except those hairs. And now I'm just gonna go with Move Brush, and I'm gonna do it like bigger, like this. And sometimes it happens like when you import this character into ZBrush, your brush size can be a bit too low. So for example, it can be like this. So I have it really big And the way you do it is just go into preferences and then to draw and max brush size or dynamic brush scale. Just move those parameters and you will get much bigger brush. So yeah, it works this way. Okay, let's move it. So I don't want to be too distractful. I don't want to destroy like the shape, but I want to move it just a bit, so I'll have just enough space to place like nice earring. And remember that this is gonna be pretty much, most of those ends will be transparent because we'll put opacity map onto it. So yeah, I think this works. Okay, so now we can hold control and drag the mask, so we unmask everything. And yeah, we have this now. Okay, and what I also been thinking about is, let's first of all duplicate it, and let's select the horns only, and let's press delete hidden. So right now we have this model and the horns only. On this model, let's just hide it. So basically, I will select it, I'll revert my selection, and now we have it like separated, but not really separated. But yeah, I'm doing it because sometimes if you delete something from this thing, from this figure, like the one you exported from this, if you delete something, it may or may not ruin your topology. It happens sometimes. Or it can just when you export it again and you import it to Cinema or Blender, it will just mess the file names, the polygroup names. So yeah, I don't want it. So I'm doing it this way. And okay, let's play with the horns. I'm gonna press this thing. I'm not sure what the name is, but yeah, I'm gonna press it. It will move my 3D gizmo to the center of it, and I can just lower it up. And what I wanna do as well is just let me see, select one part of it, delete it, delete hidden, and then yeah, I'm just doing this moving things. And trust me, when I was starting with ZBrush, I've been doing it like really slow, but then you kind of get the flow of it, kind of understand how it works, and you can just move around. And in ZBrush, it even hard to do something like this. So just move around, out and in, like zoom in and out. It kind of tricky to do, but you will get used to it, trust me, if you do it a lot of time. Like a lot. But yeah, okay. I'm thinking about this like little horns like this, but I don't think it will look cool with these exact horns. So yeah, let's see. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is. Okay. On this one, let's also hide the hairs just for now, because it kind of distracting the overall shape. I cannot see it because of it. And let's also hide the scalp. And okay, now we have it. Let's see what we can do. Okay, this looks cool, maybe. Yeah, I'm kind of not sure because this like little thing is too long for me. Maybe we can just do something like this. I'm by the way holding Alt to drag it without actually dragging it. So yeah, maybe we can do something like this. Yeah, it works. Actually, it works. Okay, and let's duplicate it. Let's mirror it. And yeah, let's mirror and wall it. Oh, why is it is this way? Not sure. Wait, can I mirror it? Can I just mirror it? I think I can. Yeah, okay. Okay, I will have to do a bit more moving, but yeah, no problem with that. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, those little horns looking cute. Yeah, let's pull it out a bit more. We don't need to be super symmetrical because it doesn't matter basically. But yeah. And yeah, let's get our everything else back. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, looking cool. Let's hide the horns. Yeah, it looks cool this way. I'm thinking maybe we still need to add something onto hair, but yeah, just thinking about it. Maybe something like hello, maybe like little wings. Um, yeah. So this time, as you can see, I'm like improvising. I'm thinking like right now about it because I have not a huge idea going on. But yeah, okay. Let's basically do the mask, let's do the earring, and then we'll get back to this part of the hair. Maybe we will do something about it, maybe not. We'll see. And yeah, okay. So let's, as usual. So what I want to do with this ear, I'm still not sure what it's gonna be, but I have another technique I've been using a lot, and it's using this piercing brush I got from ArtStation, and it has some cool like piercing 15 thing, and it basically just this. I'm not sure what the name is. Sorry, piercing experts out there, but yeah, it just like this thing. You can pretty much do it by yourself. But yeah, we're gonna press the curve mode once again. And this way we can draw it. I can draw it like on top of the model. Let's hide the hairs once again. Oh, sorry. And let's draw it. Okay, it kinda messes everything up. So okay, let's duplicate it and delete it. Delete the hair. Okay. Not sure why I can't see this. Oh, it's two little horns. Okay. It's not a big one. Okay, I'm pressing merge it down so I have just less info on this part. Let's move it here. Let's actually start doing some cool shapes all over. It's too big. Yeah, let's go like this. And if you seen my works, I've been using this method. I've been using these shapes. You already know what it will look like. But yeah, this is basically how I do it, and it's not a big secret. It's just using different shapes in different ways. So yeah, and this may look like a too much thing going on, but trust me, it will be just fine. And let's do something like here because we will do some a bit more like spikes, if that makes sense. So yeah, okay. I'm thinking, should we continue? But let's actually split it. I'm selecting everything besides that. I'm not sure why, but it's selecting. Okay. It's all good. Let's press split unmasked points. Oh, not unmasked points, but hidden. And yeah, same techniques with Dynamesh topology thing. Yeah, it's just the same technique. And yeah, it looks not as we want it to be, so let's crank it up. And the thing it is with this amount of geometry going on, it can be tough for the computer to handle. So make sure to to understand your hardware limits. As you can see, it can get like to 250k already, but we will need it a bit higher, I think, maybe. Yeah, 300k. So yeah, it's not that much, but it can be a lot. Depends on your final like thing going on, basically. Okay, and let's do another one, but this time for the ear. And yeah, and this time I want to kind of mix these techniques and do something like with ear. I want to be like chaotic, but at the same time I wanted to have some shapes like deniable shapes, or what's the word? Yeah, and we'll try that. Maybe it will work out, but maybe not. So we'll see. Okay. Kind of like how clean that looks. This looks. So yeah, I think we'll stick with it. Just have to add a bit more here. Maybe not. Let's see. Yeah. Let's split hidden, and yeah. Once again, doing some. First of all, let's move it a bit. Kinda. Not looks like a actual piercing, because it's not the vibe I'm going for. But let's cover a bit more of this ear. Just like a bit more. So yeah, making it a bit more ear type of shape. Okay, that looks cool. It's not, but it will at the end. When you apply some metallic shaders to it, it will. I hope, but yeah. Not like I hope. I know it will, but it like when you know something will work, anyways, you try your best to make it even more unique, if that makes sense. And sometimes you get in a bit of a like, I don't know, you kind of not getting the results you want, because it kind of the results you need, but you want to push yourself even more, and you kind of not, you kind of getting in this like in this, I don't know, finding your style thing, but not like style, but more like, yeah, it kind of complicated. But I think everyone who's ever been doing some art is kind of understands this feeling. So okay, and yeah, just like that, I have it. And now I'm doing this combination, which is BSH. It's gonna be snake hook. We just press and sculpt this pro mode, and it giving us infinite geometry. And yeah, and as you may or may not notice, I'm doing it all just using like mouse, like a regular mouse, computer mouse, because for this type of work it's not really necessary to have a graphic table, because it will be even a bit harder, because those things are so small, and I have much better aim with my mouse and not my graphic table for this sort of situations. And yeah, I mean, for this maybe I should connect my graphic table, but kind of doing it anyways. So yeah, I need to work this area a bit. So it kind of looks like fantasy yet evil a bit. I think those shapes are looking more like evil and not like good. Got what I mean? Now this looks a bit not as I want it to be. So yeah, for this part, let's maybe do something like that. Yes. Sorry, I'm just a bit like focused on the process of doing it. I really wanna get some cool shapes going on. And yeah, that's why I'm a bit more focused than usual. Maybe. So yeah. And I encourage you not to repeat after me. Like, don't do like the exact shapes I do. Do something yourself. Do something not like yourself, but uh, it should not be like hey, earpiece can be like a mask, but yeah. When you do, I think it's important thing when you watch sort of tutorials and everything. It's really important not just repeat, but to do something, to do your own work, but repeat like the technical process and not like creative process. So yeah. Yeah. It looks kind of cool, a bit as I wanted. Let's work a bit more. I hope it will not get too long because sometimes it gets too long. But I'll try to make it simple yet cool. Yeah. I think it looks as I want it to be. Oh, it's just autosave, quick save. Don't worry about it. I hate when it happens like when you have a lot of geometry and it takes like another 40 seconds to save everything or like a minute and then I'm like, oh, what is going on? And sometimes it crashes, so autosaves can really be not that good. So always do this quick save. I usually do quick save. I don't save like project million times. I just press quick save because it's easier and you have everything in your lightbox. Okay, and yeah, let's do something here. And as you can see, I'm just like establishing the shapes. And yeah. Some of them are a bit chaotic. And maybe we could have done a bit more like precise work with it. But I think it's part of this like not a style, but yeah, I think a style to be a bit more chaotic. Yeah, that looks cool. And yeah, and as usual, let's just do something here because it kind of looks cool. But if you do this line across, it might look even better. Yeah. Can't really grip it. Yeah, try. Another thing we can do is inflate some of these parts, which can be like a bit too small. You can just inflate them if you need to. But I'm just looking like how it works on this exact mesh. Yeah. This time I don't think it looks that much cool. So yeah. Okay. Now I'm back to move brush again, and I'm just establishing the shapes once again. Working on it a bit more. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. It's kind of cool when it has like this a bit of an offset, not like repeating the ear that much. Yeah. Okay, let's leave it this way. And let's get back to this part, which is obviously a mess right now. So we're gonna do a bit work here. And as I've said, I wanna do a bit like a spikes on the spine. So yeah. But I don't think it will be that visible. So let's see. What can we add? Obviously I want to move it just a bit and add something like a choker. Think it will look cool. Just like a glass one. I do it a lot. I just do this. I just with mask I draw this line all over. You can activate symmetry. Yeah, let's actually do the symmetry, I think. To do so, we go to transform, activate symmetry. And this mesh already I deleted the hair, so it will work. But if you have hairs, just delete it first, because it may not work if you have the hairs, because hairs aren't symmetrical most of the time. So yeah. Okay. It says that it has just like uneven amount, so we can't go symmetrical this time. So no worries, we'll do it the regular way. It's not like a huge problem to do it this way, but if I had, for example, if I've been doing animation, this would be a bit of a problem. But at the end of the day, for animation, you just do everything on T-pose and just place it on the mesh afterwards, connected to bonds, so it's not that much of a problem neither. So yeah. Now once we have it, let's go to extract, thickness, uncheck this too, thickness maybe like this, maybe a bit more. Let's go this number and let's go accept. Let's press accept, and then we can just, always forget to turn off the Sculpt this Pro when you do smoothing, because if you have Sculpt this Pro activated with smoothing, it will pretty much smooth it to 0. So yeah. Yeah, okay. Obviously not that okay, but I know what to do about it. So I just pressed Dynamesh, so make it somewhat of an even amount of polygons, and I'm just gonna correct it somewhere so it's not that bad looking. And then I'm just gonna press zero measure with target polygons count to like 0.7. For this one, we can go even lower, but yeah, it works as well. And then we can smooth it out even better because now it has way less polygons. Yeah. Let's move some parts. Just like this. And yeah, here we have it. I'm not sure if we'll end up using it, but it's cool to have it. Okay, what else we can add? We could have actually done some more interesting shape to this choker, but I don't think it's necessary, though it would be cool. Maybe let's try. Let's just solo it. I don't want to make it too long of a process, so yeah. But I'll try to do something really easy. Let's paint something like that. Just like these rough shapes. To sharpen it out, I press like what do I press even? Control Alt and press on a mesh, or Control Shift, I believe. Control Shift Alt. Yeah, you also have it like here. You can grow mask, shrink mask, blur mask, sharpen mask, like blur mask. Obviously, we don't need to blur it, but yeah. Let's press accept. Oh, it's so hard to do. We need to turn everything else off. Okay. I'm just doing the same process. And I mean, I'm just trying things. It's okay to try things, even though it may not work as you want it to be. It's still cool to try different things. And I just want to do this like a fantasy ornament. Something really simple yet cool. So okay, over like this. Yeah. Let's get back and add some more. And I subdivided, if you didn't notice, I subdivided it like 4 times, so it's like base it 2k points, and now it's like 138k, because I want to do some like fine mask painting, so I need to have more polygons, because as you can see, if you have less, it will look blurry, and when you extract it, it will not do the same job. So yeah, it's cool to do it. And if you don't know how to paint ornaments, me neither, but you can just, as I've noticed, you can just follow those shapes like over and over again. And at the end, it will look somewhat like a cool piece. Okay, let's extract it once again. I'm already not sure about it, but we will end it just in case. Maybe we will do it like a glass ornament, so it's not that noticeable yet, just another layer of details. Yeah. Don't want to mess with this too much, but we'll try. Again, just everything just using the mouse and not graphic table, because we don't need too much like sensitivity control and all that, so it's totally fine. Have it just like this. Okay, I just realized how long it will take for me to cover the entire choker piece, so I decided to leave just this little, I don't know, logo or something, but we'll make it look cool. Anyways, so yeah, okay. Let's continue. Let's merge these two objects together. Make it one color. And it's not noticeable anyways, so I think I'll end up doing this choker glass with glass shader on it, so don't really matter. And yeah, let's continue with spikes finally. We'll have to make some like things here so it will not look chopped. Yeah, it's important. Yeah, just doing this small things. Okay. Oh, I like it. I like how it like penetrates through everything. So definitely need to do it. Just like a bit, but yeah. And I'm doing like this Sculpt this Pro Shift smooth brush, but I'll smooth everything with like a regular smoothing brush at the end. For example, this one is obviously too big for me. So yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you can see it anyways. So yeah. Let's do these small spikes here. Just like that. This area is so messy, but as I said, this chaotism is part of everything. So I don't wanna like fix it, but I want to make it a bit more manageable. So it's not like a huge mess. But obviously it still looks fine for the look we're going for, which is demonic one. But yeah. Though it will be kind of demonic, but we'll still do like really light environment all around it. So yeah, it will be a cool contrast. Maybe if we go like this, yeah, then it works better. I'm just looking at like overall structure of the spikes, and I'm like looking at different parts and trying to kind of combine it together so it looks solid. So yeah. Okay. What I'm also thinking is maybe let's do some mask with the same methods. I'm thinking, should we? Let's try. So the same method. I'm just gonna do a sphere, and with my move brush, do something that looks like hat. Oh my god, what's going on? Yeah, just like this. Yeah. Let's do some sort of nose this time. We don't need to be precise, we just need to have some whim going on right away. So once again, the piercing and curve mode, and yeah, let's do some shapes. It's too big. Let's do draw size 1, too small. Yeah, as you can see. And it goes from nothing to huge. So yeah. And if you don't know like where to start, just try to go like, for example, where as you can see, the school on this side, and just try to mimic the school shapes, I would say. Like, for example, right now I'm just doing this shape on the nose and cheekbone, and yeah, something like this, because this way it will look like a human design, if that makes sense for you. But yeah, I'm not sure if we will end up using this, but this is just an experiment. So split hidden, and yeah, let's see. Let's go with something like this resolution, and let's do some shapes going on. And it's a bit harder to do it on something like this. And it's harder because we've made it like huge, so we need to be a bit more precise in terms of brush size because of it. So yeah. Just like this. Yeah, that's the vibe I was going for. Yeah. And yeah, let's not do it right now. Let's duplicate as I've done before, and let's move it closer to our model. Basically just place it. It happened because I had symmetry turned on. You can just do this. Yeah, it's easy way instead of going and tweaking everything. But yeah, it works, so why not? And I'm thinking about moving it closer to the face, but I'm not sure if we need to. Let's look at it. Yeah, it looks cool. Now we're back to the brush size trouble. Yeah. With my shift brush, a smooth brush with Sculptis Pro, I can just erase basically some parts I don't want to have, and obviously it's those ones that kind of goes through the eye, and I don't need that in this piece. So yeah, let's go to move brush. Let's go back to snake hook because I want to disable the sculptis, and you can do it in move tool. That's a bit of a problem because sometimes you have to move something and just smooth everything, and you have Sculptis Pro and smoothing will just erase everything, so you will have you have to go back a bit, and yeah, that's just ZBrush, so no worries. Okay, and I have these two things. What we can do is auto group, press auto group, select this one, deselect. Let's just do the red thing. To do so, you need to hold Control, Alt, and Shift and drag to select everything you don't want to have, like this. But yeah, delete hidden, and as you may notice, um, it's just Control, Alt, and Shift. So ZBrush is just 3 buttons, but there is so much you can do with those 3 buttons, and this is like the craziest thing, because even though it's just 3 buttons, there's a lot of combinations to them you must know to work fast and efficient, if that's important for you. Of course, you can just chill and yeah, be happy. But yeah. Okay, let's look at the nose. Oh, sorry. When this happens, you probably just pressed V on your keyboard, because it like switches the color, and in this case we have black color. So if you press V, it splits to this black color. I mean, it happened to me before, so that's why I'm being like freaking out, like what's going on, and then I just understand this little thing. And if this pops out, you probably just press D, which turns on the dynamic subdivision, which is a cool tool, and I'll show how I use it sometimes. But yeah, let me actually show it to you. So if, for example, I have this head and it has noticeable squares, and if I press D on my keyboard and turn on this like dynamic subdivision, you will see it really smooth, and this way you can preview everything, but it's not that important for me right now. So yeah, sometimes you have something like nice shapes going on, but you just go and, for example, zero mesh it, so it has a low amount of polygons, and it will look like this. So you just press the dynamic subdivision, so you can continue to work on it, and it will look just cool, beautiful, and not destructible at all. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done with the mask, but we need just to move those areas. Yeah, I need to move it on like this level, because it kinda something like I've made it look like teeth. So yeah, that's the idea. So that's why we need to move it a bit more. So yeah, and a bit more work to this nose part, and we're done. Right now, what I don't really like is how it looks like this thing. And I think we need to make it a bit more spiky as well. I'm not sure how we'll do this, but let's find out. Okay. Let's see. Maybe just like this, actually. Okay. And yeah, I can't say it looks how I want it to be, but it's like a tricky part, and I don't think I need to focus this much on it. So yeah. Oh, I think we can just add some piercing there, and it will look cool. Maybe correct the shape so it kind of follows nose shape. Maybe even just delete it. Let's see. Actually, maybe. But maybe not. You probably just thinking like, this is not that important, and I get it, but that's like small things. Sometimes you focus on and just can't get them out of your head. Yeah. Okay, let's leave it this way. And yeah, now we have this amount of shapes, spiky ones, and yeah, we can just start exporting it. Yeah, let's start with base figure. This one, and let's export it because this is gonna be like corrected one, and I just gonna name it corrected figure. Then we have horns, and we have the choker base of it. Then we have this part. Oh, who knows what that is? But yeah. Then we have this. Yeah. Okay. Let's get to cinema, and let's start actually rendering everything. Yeah. Okay, now importing process going on. Okay, let's start with the camera placement, because I usually just do that, and let's delete those big horns right away because we don't need them. And for camera, I think we can go 135. I'm not sure if that's necessary though. So yeah, let's go with 85 mil for now. It's gonna be really like close up portrait, I think. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay, for the shaders, it will be just my regular shaders, but I'll explain my hair shader as well this time. Okay, let's connect face, lips, eye socket, ears, these four. Connect objects plus delete, and then just put the face texture on top. Let's save it. Right away. Oh no, this is arms section. We'll just need body. Oh, what is going on? This selections sometimes works in a really strange way. Why it's red? It's because we need to reload some maps. When it's red, it's just normal map. There is no other way. It's that easy. Or albedo as well. But it's definitely those two. Because if you have like a completely black bump map, it will not show. And yeah, it's not that hard to understand. Okay, legs, arms, pupils, iris, and what was it? Pupils, sclera, and iris. Cornea, eye moisture. Oh, why do I setting this up? Because we have closed eyes. It's not important at all. So yeah. I'm sorry, it's just because I'm kinda rushing it. Where is the eyelashes? Oh, here they are. And eye moisture as well. We don't need this. So yeah, no worries about this gap. And yeah, everything else is just hairs. So let's just dig into my hair material as well. I'll just make a small review. So basically, when you export hairs from DAS, you can just collect textures, or you can find them inside DAS files. You will always have these opacity maps, and it's different for any hair, and sometimes it even has two. And when it has two, so when you connect those, let's just go step by step. So I have one octane material which has this texture, this color, like blonde one, and then I have this one which is a bit more lighter, and I just have this opacity map. It's not opacity, it's alpha map, and it's connected to mixed material, and this alpha controls like amount of this and amount of that. So white is gonna be this material, and black is gonna be this material, if I'm getting it right. But it's easy to understand. Just do something black, something white, and you will see which is which. And the opacity, I just black one opacity map and connect it to two. And in this case, I have power to 2 because these hairs will work better with power set up on 2. And yeah, it also, you'll need to play with it a bit because different hairs have different opacity maps, and you'll have to find the right amount of power. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And as I've said, if you have like 2 of those or even more, you can just copy this mix material once again and replace it with a different opacity and plug it. And basically those opacity maps will always be named same as those different parts of the hair. So for example, if this hair would have have 2 opacity maps, the second one will be called something like for example, bangs opacity, and it's that easy. It's not that hard to understand. For example, cap, it always named cap opacity, and I have this more darkish texture on the cap because obviously roots of the hairs are always they cannot be always extremely like if these dyed hairs, I mean blonde hairs, you dye them to blonde, and obviously roots will be this color, but you can make it white as well. And this is not the final color, and we still have to render everything and check every like color, will it look good or not, and yeah, all that. So yeah, let's start the render. Or okay, let's connect the Octane Sky first. This time I'll choose something like Studio, and we'll do the same technique as before. We'll just lower it up to 0.1 and do our own light setup. But for now, it will work just fine. Okay, let's see. A lot of as you can see, this render AOVs, which we don't want at the moment, which we don't really need at the moment. Yeah, let's rotate the camera a bit because right now it looks a bit stupid. Yeah. I have to find the right angle. Yeah, let's correct the arm texture. We'll have to do something about this makeup because right now it looks not that cool. Or we can also correct it inside Photoshop. Decide update. Okay, what about the horns? What about these horns? Let's go out of camera and place some plane. And yeah, just as I usually do. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Okay, let's do the horns material right away. Okay, let's connect albedo. Let's put it on the horns. What is going on? Oh, I guess we lost our UVs. Okay. Not a big problem though. I'm not sure, maybe it did not load it. But let's see. I think we lost our UVs. Yeah, we did. Okay, no worries. Let's see. Let's just get this color. I can't. Okay. You can alt tab basically and get the color you want. I think roughness map will do the trick. Roughness and bump maybe. So yeah. Let's get some cool roughness map. Maybe the dust one. Let's get those horns white, pinky. And let's get the roughness done. And so it don't have a UV now. And we can just go with projection and go box and yeah, lower it down a bit. Maybe plug it onto bump as well. Let's do it something like 10 for now. Bit funny. Oh, it's too small. Okay. Get back to 10. Yeah, it's too much. Maybe 3. It kinda not the look I want. Maybe let's try a different one. This one looks cool. Let's invert it. So it kind of broken horn. And let's add medium random walk. And let's add RGB spectrum. With RGB spectrum, let's go red. Let's go plug it to radius, transmission, and to albedo. And let's crank it up to something like 300. Maybe let's unplug it from albedo. Let's go with 500. Let's go a bit more page. And yeah, albedo. What would be the color? It's so sad we don't have UVs anymore. Maybe it's easier to just tweak the horns we have. But yeah. I think we got it. We can also do it metallic this time. Yeah, why not? Just do like white albedo. Oh, something like this. Maybe. But yeah, no, it's okay. Well, let's try for those shapes. Let's try maybe glass first. I think it will look cool with glass. So yeah, let's try glass right away. You can also go for metal, but let's try glass. Let's plug the metallic to choker. Both parts. Kind of hard to see because we should have decimated this, but yeah, no problem. Oh, just 3000 to 3000. Okay, let's lower it up for now. And I thought like, why? But okay, now it will be a bit easier for the headwear. Okay, let's see what looks better. I think metal for those sort of shapes, metal looks better. So yeah, let's leave it to metal this time. Okay. And let's start setting up the lights. Let's dim these lights down. Dim the HDRI, like something I've said 0. Even like 0.07. Yeah, 0.01. Yeah, just right amount. and one on top. I always start from one on top because kind of gives me an idea of how the things are looking like. And this is like a cool thing to have some sort of mood right away. Yeah, let's see. This time I want to go a bit more experimental. So, yeah, I'll work on it a bit more. Yeah, let's add this null object and move it to our head. And yeah, same technique I've used before, but I mean for portraits, it's such a time saver because as I've noticed, most of the time you go for pointing it onto the face, even like if you place it beside um, on the back, you will still point it to the face. Yeah, let's add the target null. And this way we have it just fine. Let's do this backlight right away. Let's remove the opacity. Let's maybe make it a bit bigger. Okay. Let's copy it and place another on this side. Maybe. Yeah, this looks cool. I like how it like complements the neck area here. But we'll have to dim it to something like 2 maybe, because it's too much anyways. It's a big and it's a big light source and it's really close. And let's maybe add something like that, which is the technique I've been using on some of my recent artworks, is placing light below the object, so it kind of gives another mood for the picture. But I'm not sure about this one. It is kind of hard to light those like profile portraits. It is. Let's see. Let's give it some time to render. Let's try to fix everything. Yeah, I think I want to make this part lighter. Maybe. Yeah, let's move it a bit more so this area lights up as well. That is too much. That's not the right way to do it. Yeah, it looks better this way, I think. Let's give this light some color. So we go to texture, plugins, RGB spectrum, and here I'm gonna select like this blue tone, aqua. No, let's go more like blue. I'm sorry if I'm saying color names not right. But yeah. Yeah, I think it works. What I want is to complement nose a bit. So yeah, let's try to move this one. Just like let's actually copy it, and let's find this one, hide it, and let's work with the new one we just made. Let's first of all make it smaller, and yeah, let's start moving it around. Wait, why is it blue, or no, it's not blue. Which one is blue? This one. Oh, I just lights this area. Okay, no problem. Just want to move it a bit back. So down to this. Okay. I'm just looking at different ways of placing it. But yeah, as you can see, it's a bit tricky. But we'll surely find a way. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like lights at the moment. So yeah, let's work on it a bit more. Let's see, maybe we can just move the camera a bit. Let's not forget about camera placement as well. Can really change everything. And it gives me a different representation of what I see here. Um, I mean, it's 1-to-1, but still. 80 mils work. Maybe let's try 50. No, 50 is just too much. Just too wide. Let's maybe turn off this mask. Because I kinda feel like this mask gives some kinda corrects the face in a bad way. Changes it. Maybe for the mask we should go for with glass shader, specular one. Let's change hair color maybe and see how that will look like. Let's try cool green one. Let's maybe try something more classic. Yeah, okay. We're choosing not the right one. Okay. Let's just copy it here and select from this. Yeah, it kinda looks cool. But this mask disk area is just makes me uncomfortable. Let's correct it. Yeah, let's just move it back. Like really back. So or maybe even yeah, we can just erase it. Yeah, we can do that. I mean, why not? And makes it worse. Why not just delete it? Yeah, we just deleted that bot and let's load it back here. Yeah, just like that. Okay, I just changed the makeup, and yeah, let's try a bit more lights. And as I've said before, lights are super important, as you can see. Kinda makes the whole image. The slides are like really important. Maybe let's turn on the horns, the big ones. Let's try to make the shader for them. Let's just copy some shader we have for this one. Is this one okay? And let's just connect albedo this time, and roughness we can go lower, much lower. Let's just plug it in. I'm not sure why, but one side is cool and the other side is broken. Yeah, can't really tell why. Can't really tell you why. But yeah, okay. Let's just delete it. Use horns and let's block. Let's import another model. Other things will load, but just delete everything. Let's just move on horns out of it. Okay, these horns don't work. I'm not sure why, but I think we'll just stick with the ones we have here. Let's maybe make it a specular. Let's just apply the specular shader to them. Yeah, I think it looks good with it. Okay. And what I also love to do is copy the camera, the main one, and just move the picture around once again, one final time, to see if there's some angles that look cool. Kind of need another light from this side, so let's do it. Let's do it. We kind of need another light from this side, so let's do it. I think just not a cool camera angle for this. figure. It looks better with like a camera from the top, sorta. Maybe we should move it even closer, like this. Anyways, I think this one looks best out of all we tried. So yeah. Let's try a different hair color because I think black one, I mean the dark one, doesn't really work. Maybe it is, but I'm not sure. Let's try. Let's do it easier. Let's just go like this. For example, let's make it white with some pink tones. Maybe let's turn off the brows actually. Let's try it this way. Yeah, pink one doesn't work too much, so maybe let's go natural, but something like this, like darker blonde. So yeah, let's try. Basically just natural color. Uh color correction. Let's decrease the saturation maybe. And lowered gamma. So I'm making it a bit lighter and desaturated. Okay. So I think this looks cool, and it kind of goes well with the skin tone we have. So yeah. Okay, so I think that is pretty much it. Um, let's just turn on the AOVs, and for the AOVs, render AOV manager, I have this time we're gonna get a bit more into this different AOVs, and we'll have ZDepth, material ID, post processing, denoiser reflection indirect, and denoiser reflection direct. And you can pretty much add anything you want by just going into search, typing those ones, or just selecting it from this shelf right here. And yeah, don't forget to turn on camera imager, enable camera imager, spectral AI denoiser, and enable denoiser. So those two will render out, as well as the denoiser themselves. And yeah, let's do some post-processing as well. Usually do it this way and further correct it in Photoshop. But I think those parameters will always work because it kind of gives like a lot of glare, but still it's easy to manipulate it this way. And okay, I'll render it in these numbers to K resolution, I think. And yeah. Hey, I just finished rendering everything, and yeah, here's what we have at the moment. It's super washed out, but it's okay. So let's start. First thing first, I gonna mix the denoised image with the regular one, regular beauty, and in this case, it don't do too much, as you can see. So I'll just leave it at 30%. Then we have the noise reflection. The noise reflection, and this is these two are super cool because it kind of gives some more highlights to the image and like really cool ones. So I usually do it like around 20%, 30, but for this image, 25 would do just fine. The same with indirect reflection. I'll just do something like 25. And okay. Where is my layers? Oh, I never had it before actually. Okay, and the last one is post-processing. As always, I'm just gonna duplicate it right away to have it here, and this one I'm gonna erase some parts. Let's see. Gonna erase some parts here and there. So yeah, and make it something like 80%. Yeah, something like this. Let's erase it from this part as well. Okay, and now the fun part begins. We're gonna be doing a lot of curves as we done before. This time we're gonna add. We need to add a lot of saturation because, as you can see, this time we got some really washed out picture. It's because our light setup. We went a bit more darker this time. But yeah, we will do something about it. Okay, now gonna lower this something like 60%. And let's add another curves, maybe up this and erase it everywhere but just this forehead area. Okay. Yeah, and maybe, just maybe, let's do again Control Alt Shift E, make one layer out of all of this. Control Shift A, so we insert camera row, And here we can adjust, do some fine adjustments. Actually, we're doing like really hard adjustments, but yeah. Okay, something like this. Yeah, it looks cool. And what else I've been thinking about? Oh, ZDepth. So I've exported this thing called ZDepth, and this is basically our depth of field, but without actually doing it inside Octane. But you also can do it inside the Octane, but this way it gives a bit of a different image, but I like it more. I don't know why, but I like it more. So I'll just press Ctrl A to select everything, Ctrl C, and then what I will do is go to channels, create new layer, alpha 1, and put it inside alpha 1. So just Ctrl V, and let's rename it to ZDepth. ZDepth. Okay. Now we can just turn off this thing. And then what I will do is Ctrl J and go to filter, blur, lens blur. And this way we can control depth of field using this Z depth as a source in this depth map. And then just press this set focal point, press somewhere you want your focal point to be, and then just go and change every of those parameter as you want. But I'll just change the radius just a bit, so like something like 30, maybe even less, like 20. And we can also go with preview and see how that looks like. And I'm just blurring like these hair strands so it looks more unnatural. So yeah, I like it. And then we can just press OK. And yeah, as you can see, we have a bit of blur going on now. And yeah, it looks cool. Maybe we can add a bit more, but I don't really do a lot of depth of field in my pictures. And for this one, I don't think it's really that necessary. So yeah. And maybe we should decrease this blue saturation. Let's go hue and saturation, and let's go with cyans, and let's move it down so it kind of goes a bit more black and white. So yeah, just like that. And what else? Maybe we can also do some cool things. Oh, and one small thing we actually been doing it with post-processing, which I don't really like. I always like to keep it on top of everything, but it's a small mistake. It will not do anything bad, but yeah. Let's just add another one on top and do something like 7% opacity. Yeah, and let's then go and Ctrl Shift E again, and let's go with this Gaussian blur thing this time. Maybe trying to give some parts a bit more, yeah. So lighten some parts, darken the other parts. But in this case, I don't think we will need to darken something because the image already looks really dark, so we really need to focus on making some parts lighter. What I like to do is sometimes do this hair line, so it kind of gives some nice like sort of reflection, like fake reflection, but still you can see. Yeah, we can just then erase some of those parts we don't want. In these terms, I don't want to raise it, I just want to lower the opacity to something like 20%. Yeah, this works for me. And maybe let's go with Ctrl Shift X and adjust some of these areas which look a bit unnatural, especially this part. I want to lower it a bit, and that's it. it's just subtle thing, but I've been looking at it. I'm like, I'll need to change it. Okay, and yeah, go with hue saturation and overall saturation, maybe -10, -10. I'm not sure if that's necessary, but let's do it and do like 50%. So just giving some natural colors to the piece. And should we add this post-processing? I don't even think so. Yeah. So I think this is finished piece. Yeah, actually, let's remove the saturation, the hue saturation, or maybe just like 10%. So just it's here, but and does something but nothing. Okay, and that is the finished piece, and I'll edit a lot this time because there was a lot of places I've been like really struggling with getting somewhere because yeah, it's been a bit tough this time, but I'm happy we finished and we did some cool shapes all over the face, like this earring. I like it, and yeah, this like funks going on, like somewhat of a funks, and yeah, and glass horns. Actually, we had no UVs, but glass horns look even better at the end, and it kind of goes well with the picture, and yeah, with this like glass choker as well. But yeah, this is the final image. It will be available for you to download as a wallpaper as well. And yeah, thank you so much again. Thank you so much for everyone who's became a patron. I really appreciate you. You have no idea how much I appreciate you. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to DM me wherever you want, and just ask me anything you want, basically. But yeah, have a great time. Always remember not to copy, but just do something. Copy like the technical things, but not creative things. This is what's really important. And yeah, thank you so much again, and bye.